Hey friends, it's Marie here again. I am sharing some of these Glimmer plates from Spellbinders. These plates are designed by Becca Feeken as part of her Glistening Holiday Glimmer set. They are so beautiful. Look at all of that detail on these plates. Now, both of these plates come with the large plate, and they come with sentiments. So this one here has 3 different sentiments that you can switch up and put in the middle of that plate there and just make whatever sentiment you want. I went with 'Tis the Season, and I'm going to make a few tags today. So I don't always make tags, but for Christmas I feel like they're just really fun to make some of these tags to dress up your gift wrapping with, tie on a present and give to a friend. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking some Nuvo Embellishment mousse and a Nuvo brush, and I'm just brushing this on my tag. So I wanted to see if I could go ahead and glimmer over the mousse, and it worked, and I'm so excited because I think this is really fun. So I'm just taking a little bit of this color and brushing it on. I'm going to go for a lighter color as well, just flip my brush over, use that lighter color, and get sort of an ombre look on this tag. Now normally with my mousse I would not dip my brush straight into there. I would take a little bit out on my glass mat, work from there, because I don't want to contaminate my jar of mousse. So if you're using it, don't stick your fingers in it or anything. These jars were left over from a class that I taught at an event, and so they've already had a lot of people working with them, so I wasn't worried about working straight from the jar, but normally I work off of my glass mat. So here's that tag. I've got all the mousse on there, sort of an ombre look to it. I'm going to go ahead and glimmer my plate. So I want to make sure that this is straight in the middle. I'm just going to lay it down first. I'm going to put a little bit of washi tape on the top. Now this is not going to hold it there completely. It's still going to kind of move around a little bit, but it's going to help me get it where I want it. Now I'm going to take my foil, and you can see this foil is so gorgeous. It's a light color that's got that rainbow shine to it. I thought that would look really good against this blue background, and I'm just going to put my plate over that. Now I could have trimmed the edges off. I have quite a bit hanging off there, and so you can go ahead and trim it down a little bit. I left it on for some reason, I don't know, and I'm going to put it on my Glimmer plate platform and get it warming up. Now I did put a piece of cardstock over that before I put my layering plates down, because sometimes you can layer or glimmer on your layering plates, and if you don't like that, make sure you put a piece of cardstock down there so you can get some of that extra foil on the cardstock instead of your layering plates. Now if you get some foil on your plates, it's not going to hurt them at all. It's just going to make them a little bit pretty. I've also glimmered my plates before, my Glimmer plates, the one that is supposed to make the foil go on your paper. I've had the foil backwards and I've glimmered my plates, and that doesn't hurt it at all either. It's just going to be really pretty. So here is that foiled tag. I was just basically stunned by how beautiful this was. I was so excited that it glimmered on top of the mousse, and I think that foil was just the perfect choice with that blue background. I just really loved it. I'm making another tag as well. This one has some red mousse on it, and I'm not adding any foil. I'm just going to press the design of this plate into my tag. I thought this design was really pretty, and I didn't want to overpower it, the design I was going for, with some foil, and I also wanted to show how you can just use these plates to imprint a design on your background without necessarily having to add foil as well. So you can see that design pressed in there. You can see it beautifully, no foil, but it's still a great subtle background. So I went ahead and I foiled one of the sentiments from that set. I went ahead and I put it on a piece of blue cardstock and popped it up in the center of my tag with some foam adhesive. I'm going to use some of the die cuts from this set here. Now this is a Spellbinders set. It's their Ornament, and it comes with all of these dies that cuts out a poinsettia and the greenery for it. So I went ahead and I used those dies and cut out some flowers and some leaves, and I'm going to add these to my tags and embellish with them. This set has become one of my favorites for Christmas. I love that die set with all the flowers, and I love that big glimmered ornament. I think it's just great for all kinds of different techniques for your cards. I'm using some of this Fun Stampers Journey ink in a darker green to just kind of ink blend on these little die cuts. And I really think they're beautiful as is if you keep the cardstock plain, but I think sometimes adding a little bit of ink to the edges really gives it some dimension. So here's that inked cardstock against the plain cardstock, and they're both beautiful. It just depends on what look you're going for. So I went ahead and I inked up all of the greenery for this tag here, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue it down with some of my Nuvo Liquid Deluxe Glue. Now I'm going to go ahead and stack a few of these flowers together, and I'm just holding that glue down for a second just to make sure it's going to stay. And I'm just layering these die cuts all around my sentiment. I do find it easy sometimes to use my tool-in-one to kind of hold down a few of these die cuts and get them in place where I want them to go. Sometimes my fingers are a little big and clumsy, so this tool-in-one is not only great for your die cuts, poking them out of the little dies, but it's great for getting things positioned just where you want them. I'm going to go and also layer some of these leaves behind my sentiment. I'm just trying to fit them where they go, and then I'm going to finish this tag by using some of these clear sequins, and this is from Dress My Craft. They were so generous and they sent me some papers and sequins recently, and I love these clear sequins. There's a bunch of different sizes in here. There's some little stars, and so I just like to pick through this little mix and grab a few of these sequins and just add them on. So it gives a little bit of a subtle shine and embellishment to the back of this tag. So I could have stopped there, but I didn't. So I decided to go ahead and take some of this sparkle silk from Fun Stampers Journey. I love this stuff, guys. I love adding splatters of this to my projects. This thing, the sparkle silk, it just shines a lot and I love adding splatters of it. So I'm just taking that little brush and I'm just flicking it on the edge of the bottle. It's adding some splatters all over my tag. I'm also going to take that brush and just brush some on to the edge of my flowers and get it looking really frosty there. I thought this sparkle silk is kind of a silvery type color. I thought it went really well with the color palette of this tag. So I went ahead and I splattered a bunch of it on. I thought maybe it would look like snow or something, or just give a little bit of shiny texture, which it did. And that pretty much finishes the tag. I did add some string at the top, but you could add some baker's twine, tie it onto a gift if you're making a really pretty over-the-top gift packaging. I think it's just really pretty for Christmas. So after I was done with this tag, I did go ahead and embellish my red one as well. I used die cuts from the same set to add some flowers to it and some glitter cardstock to that red tag, and that just finishes both of my tags. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, getting a look at these glistening holiday glimmer plates from Becca Feeken. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!